Tonight on LMLive Sport, the Mahurangi Premiers face off against Marist this weekend to try and crack their first win of the season. We've got the Rosa League kicking off this weekend also on Saturday, 9 AM onwards, all those fixtures. And also the Rodney Rams play out at Whangatiao at home against the Te Atatu Roosters to try and get their first win of the season. Good evening and welcome. The Mahurangi Premiers will look for their first win of the season this Saturday. Kick-off for that at 2:45 PM. They'll play Marist after a big loss last weekend of 54-8 to Glenfield. Prior to that at 1 PM, the under-21s will also play for Mahurangi at home at the showgrounds. They lost 56-7 last week to Northcote and are looking for their first win of the season also. And Mahurangi Rugby Club's most successful senior side so far this season, who've won 3 from 5 games, already will travel away to play Takapuna. That's also a 2:45 PM kickoff for them. In the Bailey's Southern Northern Districts rugby competition, the Westford Premiers will take on the Waipu Premiers at Caledonian Park. That's a 2:15 PM kickoff. Also in that competition, the Onamatia Premiers will take on the Western Sharks. That's at Farmlands Park, kicking off at 2:15 PM. Also at 12:30, the reserve sides for both of those clubs will kick off at the same venues. Now to football, Rosa League will kick off this weekend out at Port Albert. All grades start from 9 AM onwards, and make sure you don't miss the open grade. They'll play at 11:15 AM in the morning. To the Warkworth Football Club, the Warkworth men's first team will take on the South Auckland Rangers this weekend in a mid-table clash. They lost 3-0 to the Gleneden Rangers last weekend, but they did manage to win their Chatham Cup game on the Monday prior. That's a 2:45 PM kickoff at Kuiper Flats, Bourne Domain, so make sure you get down to that. Also, if you want to watch the reserves, they play prior to the men's first team. That's a 12:15 kickoff at the same venue. We've also got the Warkworth over 35s. They'll take on Norwest United. That's also at Kuiper. That's a 2 PM kickoff, so don't miss that. And to the Women's League, they play on a Sunday and they'll play Takapuna at Shoesmith Domain. That's a 10:45 AM kickoff. And lastly, to Rugby League, the Rodney Rams will look for their first win of the season as they take on the Te Atatu Roosters at home at Whangatiao this weekend. That's a 2:30 PM kickoff, so make sure you get along and support them. If you do get along to any of the games this weekend and having to take some photos or some videos, which I hope you will, please make sure you send them in to my email address. That's sport@localmatters.co.nz. And we look forward to hearing and seeing from you. That's all from me and the team here at LMLive Sport tonight. Thank you. Good night.